Okay, so as you guys can see here, this is my setup for the chemical peel. So the setup for the chemical peel is all the items that you see here. And we're going to go ahead and go through step by step what these items are and what they do. Okay, so starting off, we normally start off with the gloves. You're always going to need gloves for the chemical peel. You can do it without gloves, just be careful. I would use gloves though. Have some cotton rounds because you're going to use your cotton rounds for your cooling of the person's face into the icy bowl, the frozen tundra. So you're going to need those cotton rounds if you want to. I'm going to show you a separate method for the towel. If you don't want to use cotton rounds, you can use a towel. And if you don't want to use a towel, you can use your sponges. And if you don't want to use your sponges, at minimum, to cool somebody's face down, at least use your fan. And if you don't have a fan, you can wave with your hands. Take the towel, wave somebody's face, all that good stuff. We're going to learn that in just a moment. You're going to definitely have your primer. If you don't have a primer, just use alcohol. Same. All they're going to do is dry out the skin. They defat the skin. Defattening, you're taking out the moisture of the skin. You're taking out any type of wetness, oil, crazy stuff on the face. You want to make it as dry as possible for the chemical peel, because we want to get rid of that dead skin. We want it to come out and curl up and look crazy, so we can finish it up with the chemical peel. This chemical peel right here, this is my TCA. It's in a blue bottle. TCAs are normally usually in a blue bottle. Sometimes. Not all the time. This is just a TCA. It's the strongest peel that I have, 30%. Very hard to get a hold of, but if you're a master esthetician, you can get it, or a dermatologist. So, this is where the chemical peel is going to go into, this little petri dish. Just going to pour it in it. It's small for a reason. You only need a little bit, and I'm going to go through what your pouring procedure should be, because they don't come with pouring spouts, and you don't want to pour too much, but if you do, you can pour it back into the chemical peel bottle. I know some people look at that as ew. Oh well, the peel's not touching their face. The brush is, but their face is clean. So a chemical peel is so volatile, nothing can live in this chemical peel. No virus, no disease, nothing will ever live in this. It just cannot. It's like chlorine or barbicide. No virus, they just can't live in that hostile environment. It's too harsh. So don't worry about cross-contamination if you poured your peel back into the bottle. So I'm going to go over that in a minute. You need your sponges just to wipe down the face. You're going to use your gauze pad to go over the face with the chemical peel if you don't have a fan brush. And if you don't have a gauze pad, you're going to take that peel with that finger and you're going to apply it to the face. If you're in a pinch, if you run out of gauze pad, or if you dropped your fan brush or didn't remember to bring your fan brush, you're going to have to do what you have to do. Do never apply it dripping over this person's forehead. Just take your finger, apply it to the face. We're going to go over that in a minute. You're also going to need your cooling gel. Your cooling gel is when it goes over the face and somebody is experiencing the burning sensation, like, whoa, it's still on fire, even without the fan, because they're not going to take the fan home with you. This is your fan. You tell them to sit in the car with air conditioning or go down the window. Don't go out into the sun for more than 4 hours, 2 at minimum, 4 at maximum. They should not even be in the sun actually, just if they have to. If they're on vacation, wear a hat, cover that forehead, cover that face, you'll be fine. Just make sure they put on the cooling gel. So after the cooling gel, moisturizer. You need some of the best moisturizer to keep that sun moist, because your skin is going to go through a drying effect to where it's sizzling up, it's frying out, it's getting fused and cauterized like a laser would do somebody's face. So during the procedure, if somebody has an outbreak or allergic reaction, or you get chemical peel in somebody's eye, you need to have a flush station. This is your eye flushing station. You hit your little button right here and it'll come out. So I didn't pump it yet, so that's why nothing's coming out. But you need something to wipe somebody's eye out. If you don't have this, just a bowl. Put some water in the little bowl and have a little pads or tissue and give it to the client so they can wipe out their own eye. Next, you're going to go ahead and have a clean bowl of water. It can be lukewarm or at least cool, because you're going to do a chemical peel. So just make sure it's lukewarm to cool water, okay? There you go. Alright, so lukewarm, stop playing in the water. Alright, so we stop playing in the water. Next, have your ice. And this is just demonstration purposes. I only have a little bit of ice, but you want to have pretty much a lot of ice. Ice to where you can freeze that person's stuff. Right, so it's cold. My damn finger started to get cold and it's turning red anyway. But you only need a little bit of ice just for this demonstration, but I will have a little bit more ice than this. And you're going to need your wonderful model. You know, you tell whoever to come on in and sit there and be quiet. The Vaseline is definitely going to be for the areas, the corners of the nose or the corners of the mouth, and that's it. Because those areas tend to peel, and we use our mouth all the time, we use our nose all the time, so you don't want irritation by the nose. So we're going to put a little bit of Vaseline by the nose area to keep it moist. What you need, 1 or 2, 3, I always have 3. That's just me. Now, the chemical peels that I have up here, these are other peels that I use on people's faces, but we're not going to use it in a video, but we're going to show you that they're all the same pretty much. TCA is going to be TCA, it's just a percentage that'll be different. A lactic peel is going to be a lactic peel, just a different percentage. That's it. So it could be 5%, could be 10%, could be 25%, could be 35, 45, 50, 100. Alien blood. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's the alien blood. You don't need alien blood on people's faces. You're going to kill the person. I don't even know how you even got the alien blood. That's a miracle. Sensi peel, this is just PCA. This is a different brand company. I'm not going to say their name because they're a little bit racist. So, but they do sell good peel for a easy and affordable price. But I'm not going to condone or give them their name because they are based out of Arizona. That should give you a hint enough about that company. Dr. Dennis Gross as starting peels for young teens and young adults that just can't use the high percentage peels. Dr. Dennis Gross is by far the best peel so far. And it's just beta hydroxy, alpha hydroxy. They have both. One's a chemical or glycolic, one's a lactic. You have a 1-2 system. Right here it says 1, exfoliate and smooth. Step 2, anti-aging neutralizer, because the peel is going to be strong. This is the neutralizer. Oh yeah, don't let this little package fool you. It will burn in a good way. It will take care of that dead skin. So you got your head to toe. I like her company. I forget her name, but man, her peels are pricey. I'm not gonna lie. They're up there with the VI peel, Obagi, the Dermamedics, whatever their company's name, but they're expensive. But this is a pumpkin spice, 30%, or actually 20% peel. And as you guys can see in the inside, yes, it's pumpkin peel. It smells wonderful. Like I said, I'm almost at the end of it. Yeah, I'm almost at the end of the barrel, whatever they say. As far as this peel bottle, yes, this is 2 ounces, right on the label, 2 ounces. It's very small, but powerful. You don't need a lot. You do not. You're gonna see me pour in the peel into the little petri dish or a bowl, and you don't. It's gonna spread throughout the whole face, and you can do 2 to 3 passes just from one little pouring. 2 to 3 passes. So you don't need much. We're about to show you that process right now. So let's begin. Formed. There's Dermamed. There's Dermamatrix. Like, why is it? Because it's a matrix of chemicals into a peel that works on your dermal layers. So I'm here to teach you why these peels get their names. H to T just stands for head to toe. You can use this chemical peel from head to toe. So yeah, it may look like it's all chemically like, oh, those are big words and it must mean I don't know, farm to table. No, F to T just means head to anywhere. H to T. Be careful when you buy these chemical peels online, Amazon, eBay, whatever the fuck.com. Be careful because you don't know what chemical compounds they are using. Chemical compounds are very difficult for any physicist, astrophysicist, well, not astrophysicist, but mainly somebody who works in the pharmaceutical companies and who's specialized in chemistry. Even they know it takes precise chemical compounds to make these pills, to make certain chemicals in creams and lotions. You have to get it right. You have to get it exacting. There's no way you should be making stuff up, whipping it up in your kitchen, unless you really know what you're doing. Now, if you could eyeball work, I know it's a drug term, but if you could eyeball it, then you're great. You're good at what you do. It's almost like if your mom or aunt or dad or uncle or whoever in the kitchen, you know, men ain't gonna be in the kitchen, but if they are, they're special. You might want to hold on to that guy. But most women in the kitchen, like my mom, she can eyeball anything in the kitchen. She doesn't need to, oh, a pinch of this, as you can see on those talk shows and Hell's Kitchen or whatever it is, or Rachel Ray to the Talk or the Chew. Those are great shows. I love them all, right? But they're exacting. They know they can't really mess up. They're chefs. They went to school for many years. So they have to have certain ingredients, 2 tablespoons, 2 teaspoons, do. But my mom or aunts or people like you in the kitchen can throw down on Thanksgiving without anything. Like, you don't need to measure crap. You already know it's been ingrained. So unless you're that type of person, don't try making your own stuff at home. Don't try going to eBay, Amazon, and other stores and thinking that chemical peel is a chemical peel. You could be putting Raid on your face. Yeah, bug spray, roach spray. Oh, I know all about Raid. I grew up with roach. Oh yeah, in the hood. I ain't ashamed to know that y'all know that. That just lets me know that, hey, you had hard times. But you could literally be putting Raid on your face. If you haven't looked on the back of a Raid canister and looked at the ingredients, some of the same carcinogen nonsense is the same thing as in chemical beauty products. Don't mean to scare you. Don't mean to make you look at all your stuff. They either use different words or terminology because it changes all the time. Don't think that L-ascorbic, you know there's like 10 to 14 different terms for L-ascorbic acid? Most of you don't know that. Because why would you? Unless you went to a school or they change names. They add different molecules or compounds. Sort of like in drugs. Any big pharma company, they change their chemical formulations all the time. When you see those stupid commercials for, oh man, hey, take this pill, it's going to make your dick or erect again or whatever, but it may cause bleeding, it may cause your teeth to rot, it may cause your heart to pop out of your chest, it may cause some sort of alien to pop out. Yeah, they tell you all that nonsense because it's different chemicals added together, and where it may cure one thing, it'll cause 9 other problems, maybe even 12. They're a great candidate for chemical peel. Then we move into the whole face. But before we do that, we need hand sanitizer. We always hand sanitize our hands. We're just assuming I have hand sanitizer right now. So I'm just putting that on my hands, sanitizing everything, making sure my hands are clean. Then I put on my gloves. Now, if your client is latex intolerant and all that good stuff, make sure you wear nitrile gloves. Nitrile gloves are a little bit more expensive, more pricier, but they keep you clean. And actually, I have to sanitize again because I just wiped my nose, didn't I? Oh yeah, you guys seen that. So let's just say I have hand sanitizer. Oh yeah, here you go. Lather up. And anytime you touch your face or itch, because I had an itch on my nose, right there again, hand sanitizer. Sanitize my hands. My gloves are clean again. We're good to go. So, after we're good to go, after hand sanitizing and putting our gloves on, patch test. So the patch test is, we're going to take some of our chemical peel. This is a TCA, but let's just say this. Let's assume this is a lactic peel, something that anybody can basically put on their face. Say a 5% lactic peel. When you're unscrewing your tops or your lids, make sure you don't have it close to your nose, because it goes. You're supposed to hear like a just like when you're about to pour Sprite or Coke or Pepsi, and you hear that. That's the releasing of the air because it's been compressed in that bottle. Same thing happens with the peel, but actually worse. It's actually, the peel builds up all the time. It's like, or I'm old school, I'm going to have it in the petri dish. I'm just going to go ahead and saturate it. Okay, it's nice and saturated. Don't worry if you get too much, it's okay. These gauze pads that I buy, they saturate really quickly. There's gauze pads that don't saturate too quickly. Either way, you're fine. So when you apply, always away from the forehead. We're not doing circles, diagonal, nothing. No, away, away, away. Say this is the client's side of the face. Down, or you can come up as well. But my strokes are normally going to be towards the chin area. Just for the first 2 or 3 strokes. So ear, temple, by the eye. I stop there. Come across the nose, across, across, across. And that's the whole side of the face. That's just my routine. That's just how I normally do it. And in the chin area to the neck, I normally come down to the neck area first. Sweep up. Neck, sweep up. Neck, sweep up. Neck, sweep up. And then middle, up. I stop here, swipe to the side, because I'm going to get this bottom lower chin part. The little chin, like, right here, the mandible. The mandible. So hand, soak your bristles, nice and slow. Then you dip out slow, right on the forehead. Now, don't worry about it dripping. This is the model. This model has no skin. It can't absorb the peel. So that's why you see the drips dripping this way. Okay, as I stated before, you have your model. Don't worry about this drippage on this model because it's plastic. Plastic is not going to absorb any of the peel. So if you see the peel running off, you're like, ooh, what are you doing? You're doing it wrong. No, it's a dummy. It's Kim K. She's not a dummy, but you know, well, you know what I mean. She's okay. So, and she's freeing people. She's doing a lot more than what most people out here doing, and you know, she's actually trying to be a great human being, which is, I commend her for it. You know, her and her sisters, they're going through hard times, but they're getting it together. But we're going to use her as our model. So, when you see the peel running off the face, don't freak out, don't get alarmed. It's just a plastic dummy. Alright, so let's go through the motions. Again. Hand, saturate your bristles, slide across the face. You're sliding across the face. You didn't slather. You slide, you glide, you move. Nice and easy, nice and smooth. Side of the face. You can even move your chair to the side of the client's face if you need to. Or have their face move to the opposite side. You can actually turn it. But their face is burning right now because remember, this is a TCA pill. Let's just assume this is a lactic pill or any pill. Doesn't matter. You kind of want to get this on fast and quickly. As you can see, I did not put my bristles back into the petri dish because it's enough peel to move on through the